Angel. Today I'll be featuring one of my wonderful chocolate souffles. So right now we currently have some water boiling at the moment, and now what we're going to do is we're going to take our ramekin dishes and we are going to go ahead and butter the inside. Get it nice and buttery. This is going to help coat the dish as well as make it really easy for the souffle to come off, and it helps for easy cleanup too. So we're just going to butter both of the dishes. And then the best part is we are going to add sugar to the inside of the bowl so that it'll give us a nice crystallized inside as well. You should get all the quarters. Normally it won't be this hard unless you're using a geometric bowl like I am. But you know, so you get it all nice and buttery. Make sure you get every little corner there. Oops, got a little on my finger. And then next, we're going to take a little bit of the sugar that we have set aside. Go ahead and sprinkle a little bit in there. Beautiful. Now we're just going to roll it around in there. Get it all nice and coated on the inside of the dish. Okay, and then you're just going to set it to the side. So right now we're going to make sure that this is going to boil, just so that we can go ahead and set up our chocolate filling that we're going to make. So for my chocolate souffles, I like to have a mixture of dark chocolate and a mixture of semi-sweet chocolate, as well as a little bit of heavy cream and pure vanilla extract as well. So this is already heating up now. So souffles actually originated from France, and lucky enough for me, I was actually able to go and spend a month and a few days in France a few years ago just to study for college and kind of have a nice fond farewell and transition into adult life after graduating college. So that was a lot of fun. But you don't have to make a dessert souffle. You can make a variety of savory souffles, such as a cheese souffle or even just a basic souffle as well. Perfect. Yep, this is getting nice and warm. So we're going to go ahead and add the chocolates in there. Perfect. So right here I have some easy setup because you're going to be stirring the chocolates here. Perfect. So we're going to go ahead and start moving these around as they're already starting to melt. Beautiful. I'm going to add my heavy cream and pure vanilla extract mixture there as well. And it's very important whenever you are making any type of baking dish, whether it's a cake or creme brulee, it's always very important to measure your ingredients accurately. So whenever I'm baking, I normally use ounces as opposed to using cups, because weight is a little bit more accurate than actually using cup measurements. Beautiful. Coming together really nicely. Smells so good. Like, I just want to eat the whole thing right now. So you want to constantly keep stirring just because you don't want it to seize up. Now, you may have seen recipes about making souffles, or especially like a dessert souffle, and they're like, oh, add water instead of like milk or heavy cream. Well, funny thing is chocolate doesn't like water, and it will actually seize up. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. So it'll actually seize up on you, and then you won't be able to use it, and you'll have to start over. But since there's already, chocolate and milk already mix so well together, so it's going to be really easy for it to just blend in together. Okay, so you're gonna take your oven mitt, and I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all what it looks like. It's a nice creamy mixture there. It's really hot, so don't burn yourself. So we're gonna get that all nice and creamy. Make sure you melt all of the chocolate in there. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the water because it'll finish carryover cooking once I take it off the heat and set it on one of these heat mats here. It kind of smells like brownies when you first start making it. Beautiful. Beautiful, done. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this down here. Do easy cleanup. And then always make sure you have oven mitt so you don't burn yourself. Actually, let me go ahead and set one down so I don't mess up where I'm transferring it to. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take this off the water and move it here. Beautiful. Perfect. And this is off. Beautiful. We'll go ahead and take this water, dump it out so that it's not a fire hazard. Beautiful. Now we're done. So now what we have to do is we have to wait for the chocolate to cool before we can add in the eggs, and then we're gonna go ahead and whip up the egg whites, and then we'll pop it in the oven. Okay, so now we're back with our cooled chocolate ganache here, and we're gonna add our egg yolks right to the mixture. We don't want to add them when they're hot because then they'll start to cook, and you don't want that. So we're just going to stir those in. Just enough until it's incorporated. You don't ever want to over stir eggs. So right now, as you can see, it kind of looks like a brownie batter. And yeah, we're going to set this to the side because we're going to be using this very, very shortly. Clean up. And then next, we're going to get another bowl. Actually, I like to use these because it keeps my bowl sturdy on the counter. We're going to be making the actual fluffy white peaks of the egg whites to add inside of the actual souffle. So this is what's going to make the souffle rise. So we have, there we go. Get that all in there. Perfect. So I just added egg whites and cream of tartar. And next I'm going to get my little mixer. I personally like using one blade just because it's easier, especially in a smaller bowl, and it doesn't seem like it's going to break. So I like to use one, but you can use two depending on the size or amount of souffle that you're actually going to be making. So I'm going to go ahead and get this going, and then we're going to be adding sugar in a little bit by a little bit. You don't want to add it all at once. You want to add it gradually once you start to see the peaks fluff up. consistency there. It holds its shape for the most part. And you don't want to bang on the bowl, because if you do, then you'll knock out all the air that you just incorporated into your dish. So now what we're going to do is we are going to take our chocolate mixture here, and then we're going to go ahead and make sure that everything is incorporated. And then we are going to slowly add your egg white mixture and fold it into the chocolate mixture. So you're going to take about a little bit at a time, you know. Just kind of mix it in there. A little bit more of the mixture. Make sure that you're folding in nicely. You're going to see it's going to start giving it a lot of volume. It almost has the same consistency as mousse. So I'm just going to go ahead and add in the rest since we have everything else incorporated. And this is going to help the souffle rise. So good. Beautiful. Sure it's all incorporated. And scraping the bottom of the bowl as you go down. And beautiful. So now we have this nice fluffy mixture that we're going to add to our ramekins now. So we're going to go ahead and fill our ramekins all the way up to the top, because we want to see the true buildup and fluffiness of our souffles. So we're going to go ahead and mixture here. Perfect. So now we're going to take a little bit out of this one, add it to this one. I accidentally underestimated how much I had. So we're going to go ahead and put some more in that one. And we're going to smooth them out nicely on the top so that it has a nice dome when it comes out of the oven. So you'll see the difference once they come out. So this one's going to rise all the way up to the actual brim here. It's going to add about maybe half an inch. And this one's going to add a half inch too, but it's probably going to come up a little bit above the actual rim here. So we're going to put this in a 400-degree oven. Make sure that you have an oven thermometer, because sometimes our ovens can vary. So we're going to go ahead and pop this in, and I'll see y'all in about 15 minutes. So while our dish is baking right now, I like to take this time to have a tip with Angel session. Yay! So some tips on when baking your souffle. Don't, under any circumstances, open the oven door once you put them in the oven. You will lose all of the wonderful heat that you have built up when you've preheated your oven for your dishes to go in there. Your souffles will automatically deflate and they will not rise, and then you'll be really sad. So don't open your oven door. However, if you are tempted to look, just make sure that you have an installed oven light so that you can actually look at them and watch them go as they are baking. That's a really good tip as well. Another tip that I think I mentioned earlier is that you can use water in the souffle as opposed to heavy cream if you're not a dairy person, or another alternative for heavy cream. However, water makes chocolate like seize up, like it's awful. Okay, so those are the tips, and I'll be back shortly to show you the finished product of the chocolate souffles. Okay, welcome back everyone. It is finally that time to take out the souffles. I am so excited. These are absolutely beautiful. Oh, I wish you could see. Oh my. I'm gonna go ahead and set these over here. And then I am going to go ahead and finish the whipped cream that I was working on. So I just have some heavy cream here and some sugar, and I'm just blending it until it turns into whipped cream. And we have whipped cream, everyone. Let's go ahead and give that a taste. Let's see. It's better than Starbucks. Beautiful. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and plate. These beautiful, beautiful souffles, and then we will go ahead and taste. Ooh, almost got me that time. Oh yeah. I just want to eat this right now. Beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of this beautiful whipped cream. It's going to cut some of that edge off because it's so rich and chocolatey. And then we'll go ahead and add some toppings here. I have some raspberries and some blueberries. And there you have it. 2 beautiful souffles. Okay, well that's it for today everyone. I am going to go ahead and dig into the souffle. And I hope to see you next time.